beautiful words do not move me. I'm not entranced by this clever art. I've seen their heads roll in the age of reason. I've watched the bloody scroll of history unroll while the band played on and ugly men made beautiful noise to introduce the thunder of their guns. There is no greater coward than the one who slipped by privilege past the front to orchestrate from the sidelines what he could not accomplish himself, whose skin was too precious to risk, and wrapped in the cloak of God-renting sanctimony, this shrinking nightshade, this empty suit with the pomp of the preening jackal, dines on the awful cries of the dying. That he sups like an intoxicating and wondrous wine, he feeds on the torment of the injured and estranged, wrapped in the cloak of patriotic hypocrisy. He gestures at the battlefield from which democracy will be ripped stillborn from the blasted body of her dead mother. The still greater crime of previous event, the falling towers were no accident. Nor did some strangers from afar manufacture this without consent. It should to the objective mind prove self-evident. Across the centuries, the winds of high-blown rhetoric have driven the millions to an evil death. And yet it never seems to dawn how, like frightened steers, they trample what is before them into the ground. And yet it never seems to dawn. Something there is in the ignorant mind that vibrates to the sympathetic string of the conscious and applied evil of the hyena king. Something resonates, something capitulates, something rises as something descends, and all that is decent and good, all that would bring forth a greater brotherhood, must run to the cover of the invisible wings, while a murder of crows blackens the sky, and smoking ruins like new buildings are transformed before your very eyes into a wasteland of fire and death, for the profit of the few, for the comfort of some. The usual business will go on. It seems that this must be, though we have waited with insufficient hope. Perhaps we shall see the day that these twisted carrion feeders, these iniquitous deceivers, the butchers and the reavers, and all their demonic crew, shall march into hellfire, into their native homeland, created from their own need. And the door will close upon the echo of all their beautiful words. You ask yourself, just how twisted, indifferent, and malevolent can some people get before the universe begins to construct an international gallows franchise everywhere there needs to be one? Each day we see unknown wannabes and the usual suspects vying and competing to see which of them can be registered and remembered as one of the greatest arseholes of our time. They're looking for immortality in all the wrong places. while imagining its location as a suite at the Plaza, followed by a cameo appearance as an ornate urn in the remake of The Loved One.